What a beautiful day it is. Pitmeadow Gardens just over here, not far from my restaurant Eat on the Green, and I have this little treasure chest of a farm shop I want to show you, and it's really understated. We've got an honesty book there that I get a little bill afterwards. Heather, who passionately makes the jams and chutneys. I can't tell you how amazing these are. We've got boozy ones. This is my favourite, the strawberry jam. And local produce. We've got some nice milk. We've got the local berries. Your dirty carrots, of course. Look at that. And we've even got a buttery making kit, which I'm sure is a big seller. We've got some fine pieces, as we say, some homemade biscuits and tray bakes. So it really is just a really nice to have in the local area, and I love it. We've got our berries, and now we're gonna head up the road for some whiskey. Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Good morning, I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good. This is a perfect Scottish breakfast, I would say.
Excellent.
We've got some whiskey. Daniel, thank you very much for letting us pop in past this morning. We're here at the Whiskey Hammer Malt Whiskey Auctions. I want to know more about that. And the Still Spirit Whiskey Shop, where we are. Absolutely stunning. Stunning. I can almost see home.
Thank you.
Anyway, how long have you been here?
We've been here since September 2020, so just right in the heart of the lockdown and such like. But yes, we're thanks for the kind comments. It is a stunning setting indeed, I must admit.
I think only people must just smile broadly, especially if they like whiskey. And I think there is something nice about seeing the countryside.
Yes, absolutely. When we built the building, we set out to try and achieve the same kind of aesthetic as a distillery setting we'd have up in Speyside, for example, and that's the feeling we kind of get here from looking out to the nice countryside. So yeah.
So you can do tastings here,
Uh-huh.
and obviously people come to buy the whiskey.
Yes, absolutely. It's a very traditional whiskey shop. We've got the benefit of a dram bar here with, I think there's around 300 open bottles of whiskey in there that can be purchased by the dram. And as you say, we also do whiskey tasting events in here very regularly. So the table that you see here can host around a small group, maybe 15 to 20 people. Mm-hmm. So a nice, intimate, friendly tasting event. And again,
and I suppose if it's drinking up whiskey, there'll probably be a couple underneath the table as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, I have to say, as a canny Scot, what is the most expensive? You notice I never said the best whiskey. The most expensive dram.
Well, no, it's a good question. So this one in here, Macallan is obviously a very profound name in the industry, and this is a 25-year-old distilled back in 1965 as part of their anniversary malt series. That is the most expensive dram that we have available to buy in still spirit.
Could I smell it?
Yes, certainly, absolutely.
Wow, it's different. It's like a really different. Well, I'm glad it smells different if it's that expensive. Well, listen, I'm going to treat you to a little whiskey breakfast.
Lovely.
With some oats, and we'll get that sorted in a minute. So I can't think of a better breakfast here in Aberdeenshire, and I'm at the Still Spirit, so I've got few options of whiskey. I've got some oats, and I'm surrounded by farmland that produces the finest oats. I've got the local Barra berries, about 5 miles from here. Beautiful raspberries and strawberries. So I'm going to heat up the pan. I'm going to use the Aberdeenshire rapeseed oil, and I'm just going to let them start to toast in the pan. I'm going to push them to one side, and you'll just start to get a bit of a sizzle. And this is all going in a glass, and I'm actually got some wood chips. I've got a bit of whiskey that's been kind of soaking in whiskey and then dried out. So we're going to light that up. We've also got some lovely local Greek yogurt, which is absolutely delicious, and I just can't think of a better combination. Maybe a little bit of Aberdeenshire honey, so it really just pulls all the flavours together, and it's ready within minutes. Just get my smoker on the go, and we are away. So we're going to add the berries straight into the pan. We've got some strawberries, raspberries, a tiny bit of honey, and of course, and we're going right the way up. We're going to tomatin, a little. Let's pull that all together, and it is ready to go. In the glass, we've got some more berries, and I'm going to do the chilled berries as well as the boozy berries. We've got the toasted oats on top and the honey. I'm going to light the smoker, and we are almost ready to go. And on top, the lovely Rora yogurt. Absolutely delicious. And all that we need now is just to put the smoke underneath. Fill that up. Give it a good bit of smoke. And we're done. And this is our perfect Aberdeenshire breakfast. So the Whiskey Hammer up on the hill there, and I'm telling you, there are worse mornings to be surrounded by the famous Scotch whisky. Some of them from this area here in Aberdeenshire, and only a few miles away, I'm heading to the town of Ellon, where I think it's safe to say that they have firmly put Ellon on the map for beer. They're from all over the world. They are now in all over the world, and they have quite a following. And we're off to Brewdog. So the welcome very much says it on the wall. We are Brewdog. This is our home, and of course, there is nowhere quite like home. There's people come from all over the world. They are fascinated that in Aberdeenshire we have this giant of a food and drink producer known to the world. And of course, Brewdog, it's all about what comes from the bar. I'm excited. Hello.
Hi.
I am genuinely really excited. You know, when you're busy, you just don't take time to maybe get all the knowledge. I've done the whole experience. So proud that this is on our doorstep here in Aberdeenshire, and I really need to put all this to the test. I need to go straight to the glass. Mm-hmm. Assuming that I have never tasted any Brewdog before, where should I start?
Gabby.
A punk IPA.
Let's do it.
Of course. I'll give you a big taster.
And what I'm going to do, from a chef's perspective, I'm just going to immediately pair it with something that I would want it to go with. And I don't know, I don't want you to suggest anything, but I want your honest opinion if you think my palate this morning. I'm not driving, by the way.
So punk IPA is like the basically home beer of Brewdog. Very hoppy. It took a different turn to craft beer when Brewdog started, and it was probably the first beer that the people actually liked when they went to, was it Dragon's Den?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I immediately want a really crispy Aberdeenshire bacon sandwich with just maybe a hint of chili jam. That works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work for me as well.
Okay, let's go something totally different.
Totally different. Okay. Jet
I
black.
really enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah.
So what have we got now?
So Jet Black Heart, one of our oatmeal stouts. It's very smooth.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal stouts, yeah.
Wow.
Very smooth, very milky. It's essentially vanilla tasting as well. We do have two versions of it.
Yeah.
This one is vanilla tasting, which is brewed in Ohio. This one is just caramel taste. However, you will taste a scent of berries at the end.
So Ohio to Ellen or Ellen to Ohio. That sounds good. Okay, so there's no vanilla here? Because that is not that. What is this one?
It's just the standard Jet Black heart.
Jet Black.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the nose,
Maybe some coffee.
I am definitely thinking after dinner.
Very much a dessert drink. Roasted coffee beans, essentially.
Roasted hazelnuts.
Yeah.
I would actually want maybe a little bit of crumbled canvas au mais, cheese, a wee bit of dark chocolate even.
Goes beautifully with cake as well. Like
Oh, yeah.
it in a cake.
Dunk it in.
It's like, you know how people make Guinness cakes? A good twist on that would
We
be a
could
Jet
make
Black heart.
Christmas cake kebabs
Ooh.
and just dunk it in. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
I think I'm going to come back at Christmas.
Great.
While I've got you, when people come in here from overseas, for example, is there a story that they want to know? Is there a common kind of request or something they want to know more about? That's my question today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Brewdog is an award-winning craft brewery. It actually started in Aberdeenshire, so it started up in Fraserburgh in 2007 by two young lads, Martin Dickey and James Watt. Now across the world we've got 100 bars, we've got 4 breweries, hotels in there as well. But obviously we here at Dog Tap are the main tap room here in Ellen. So we've got 2 bars with 30 taps pouring fresh craft beer.
30 taps.
Straight from the brewery. We've got a beer museum, we've got a library, we've got a play park and shuffleboards for kids.
Got it all.
And an amazing food menu there as well.
Good. Well, I just come from Inch, not too far away from here, and this is a fantastic example of using local and thinking global. Well, I never thought I would go back to school and come out with a smile on my face, but not only can you see the whole manufacturing, overlooking the bottling plant and all the rest of it, there is an educational, a real depth of understanding of the brand that is, as I said, world famous. So we've got schools, we've got museums, we've got the lot here, and it is well worth a visit. I'm going to go and find out a little bit more. Wow, wow, wow. This museum here in Ellen is amazing. And they say, now that you're a beer expert, go forth and share your beery knowledge to the world. Well, ladies, I think I've actually done this justice. Thank you very much for this
welcome.
flight. The cherry on the top, the name, and my favourite way to head off. A new cider?
New cider
Yeah,
last week.
Thursday
Oh,
last week.
Lovely. Well, I'm going to put you on the spot and give you a wee bit of Doric. What time did you yoke the day? Do you know what that means?
No.
So it means what time did you get up? So we saw that up on a wall down South Aberdeenshire, and I've learnt lots here, so I've taught you something. So what time did you yoke the day? What time did you?
8:30 this morning.
8:30.
Yeah.
Oh, we were well on our tour. Okay, thank you so much for your Aberdeenshire hospitality. What is one fact that you're going to leave with us as we drive away? Someone else will drive, not me. As we drive away onto the farm, and we're going on a farm next on a combine. What thought are you going to leave us with?
So just for like yourself and anyone that was watching, that if you come to Brewdog, you don't always need to have a pint of stuff. We do offer
like
flight
it.
boards, as you
I
can
like
see. Pardon me. Which we do in third measures. So you essentially all 4 of them would lead up to a pint. So you can pick from any beer that we have on draft. You can ask our crew if you're not sure. You can have essentially sour beers, which if we have 4 of them on draft, you can do a mixture. You can do all the headliner beers. And yeah, it's just an exciting way to try beer.
Brilliant.
It's an exciting way to have different flavours if you like different beers and you don't like drinking a whole pint. Because I don't really enjoy drinking a whole pint either. So I'm very much of a half pint to a third kind of gal. But yeah, so we have that. We also have a great festival coming up at the end of October.
We need more festivals.
So between the 20th and the 23rd of October, we have something called Collab Fest, and it's essentially every Brewdog bar in the UK and around Europe as well have paired up with smaller breweries to brew a beer.
Fantastic.
We have paired up with Windswept Brewery up in Lossiemouth and are essentially brewing a beer which I cannot announce yet, but if you keep an eye out on the social media, I'm sure you'll know.
Good.
Which we're very excited about. And essentially it's just a celebration where you come in and you taste all the beer. A lot of our EFPs and people who are really into craft beer normally do those kind of flight boards because there is about 16 beers to try on draft every day and they get changed every night, and our crew works so hard. Sure. And as much as these are a pain to make, we all love when people talk about their favourite beer and then they rate them on Untapped, and yeah.
What a great hobby. Yeah. What a great hobby. And I would say to anyone, if they want to come and try, no matter where you are in the world, this is well and truly worth a visit. You've got it all going on here, girls. Thanks very much. Thank you.
See you later.
The Dreamcatcher Scottish Sour Ale, fermented with blackcurrant and coffee, aged in red wine barrels. So I've even got a little goodie bag, and I'm down with the kids, keeping it cool. And as they say here in Brewdog, it was epic. So we are here in Bear Sustainable Living, and this is yet another treasure chest. I'm so excited to learn a bit more about this place. I've been in a few times, and it's you just actually do not know what to look at first. You're drawn, of course, to the, you know, the seasonal fresh berries. There's lovely breads, vegetables. And the thing I love about a place like this, it's supporting other producers. And let's face it, we all need to work together in times like this. So another Aberdeenshire hero or heroine. So let's meet her. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. You've been. What time did you yoke this morning? You'll have no idea what that means.
No.
So we're asking everybody.
Okay.
We were in South Aberdeenshire. It was up on the wall, and it basically means what time did you get up?
Oh, 6
6
o'clock.
o'clock. I knew you'd be an early yoker. Anyway, we're asking everybody. Thanks very much for a wee chat, and tell us a wee bit about your lovely business.
We started 3 years ago. We wanted to add in a sustainable shop into Ellen, but focusing on local produce and fine foods and working as closely as we can with local producers. And we worked hard in the little shop for a year and a half, moved down to here a year ago, and we were just getting busier and busier.
Good.
And
Tell us about the
great.
bags.
So we create meal kits every week. They contain the majority of ingredients in them to feed 4 people and to make a nice meal at home and to take the hassle out of planning your week and making sure you're
So you're
getting
encouraging there to be lots of little chefs in Aberdeenshire. That is fantastic.
We have a lot of youngsters that get involved, and we see loads of videos and photos of them cooking with their parents, and it's great. It's good.
Excellent. And you're selling hundreds of these bags, and that really is the confirmation that people love them and they come back for it. Well, listen, I cannot wait to I'm going to go and have a little taste of something. Place is buzzing here, and it's just a real find. So this is Bear in Ellen, and I'm away to have a little taste of something. You must get people commenting on the shop. What did they say?
I think the main thing that we get is a lot of people, when they come in, they can't believe that this is somewhere in Ellen. They think it's really different to anywhere they've ever been before.
It's a cooler,
it's
younger.
It's a cooler vibe. Although we have a lot of, our demographic is completely broad. You know, we're not one type or the other. And we've found that we've had families from like down south coming up, and they're saying that they've seen places like this in London and they never thought they would find somewhere like that up here. So so we're really proud of it.
Well, I suppose, you know, in the area, people coming, you know, maybe to check out the beer museum at Brewdog, and then they stumble on here. It's a great example that you've kind of got a different mindset, and I think it's great, very exciting for Aberdeenshire, and I'm so chuffed that people have got behind the place, and I can only see it's going to go from strength to strength.
No, I'd like to think so.
Really nice vibe. You know, you almost just want to sit down and have a coffee, and it's a bit like food and drink therapy.
We find we get to know our customers really well, and whenever we've had new staff coming to work for us, we've actually said to them, you will find that we actually treat customers a bit differently in here than you would in another retail place, because they become your friends, you know about their lives and they know about yours, and
they'll also appreciate, like if there's a new product came in, or have you tried it, was it good, or if something that you had maybe the night before, you'll probably go, oh, I had that, you know, share your kind of stories. So
I mean,
genuine.
We regularly do the meal kits ourselves, and I'll always tell customers if there's something that we've done.
I'm tempted to put my 12-year-old son to the meal kit challenge, but listen, thanks very much.
You're great.
I'm off on a combine now.
Oh, lovely.
Out on the field, so I'm having a good day. Thank you. Andrew, we've come straight from Brewdog, which is just down the road, and this is your busy time in the harvest, a few miles from the coast, near Newborough. Tell us a wee bit about Savick Farms, what's happening right now. And I know you're up to all sorts as usual. But tell us what the hot topics are.
So Savick Farms, we farm just in the area here, Newborough, Falvern direction towards Ellen. Some of our own land, some of other people's land. We grow everything from wheat I've just loaded a load of wheat that's going to be distilling in Invergordon. During the pandemic, it was being made for hand sanitizer.
Really?
So a real variety of uses for it. Malting barley, we've got stuff going away for it just now. Just having our malting barley premium quality this year. And but we also grow quite a lot of energy crops. So we've a renewable energy business where we supply and make gas out of crops like grass and rye. But what we're seeing here today is this is our gluten-free oats, which we are harvesting here, which is for our sister company, Oatco Scotland, which we can probably just not quite see through in the distance, but that's how close it is. There's a stone's throw from here, and these oats are all grown very, very specifically for this, because oats are naturally gluten-free, but the process and the crops that we've had in here before, or the sheds that we use, or the combines that we use, the detail is a very detailed way of cleaning and protocols, so we don't have any contaminants in it at all.
Right. So I mean, I don't know enough about this, but I can only imagine you're really ahead of the curve here. There's going to be...
Oh yeah, we're the only dedicated gluten-free oat plant, BRC accredited one in Scotland, one of only 2 in the UK.
Well, and you put Aberdeenshire completely on the map for gluten-free oats, and I just want to say, a huge thank you, because we do need, the passion starts here, the hard work starts here. I'm sure this guy is not shortage of a hard day's work at the moment.
You get a shot. Do you want a shot as well? You can get Craig driving.
I would love to have a shot. It just looks massive.
They're quite intimidating, the size of
You
them.
almost just imagine a little mouse or something.
Yeah.
Incredible. And as far as the climate, the Aberdeenshire land and climate.
Well, for oats, oats are grown in Scotland. That's where they originated
do they
from.
taste different?
Of course they do.
From here?
Of course they do. What are you doing? Of course they do, Craig.
Of course.
But it's Scotland. But we
Well,
are.
I think that's what people would ask.
But they taste different. What we've got, the cool climate that we grow these oats on. They don't like a muggy, dry. Yes, this year's been slightly different, but like these cool temperatures, we're on the same longitude as Kodiak Island in Alaska. So that's we could put it into perspective where we sit here in Aberdeen. So it's the ideal conditions for growing the best of Scottish oats.
Slightly salted, perhaps?
Slightly salted. When I get a sea har blowing in, it'll definitely be slightly salted. But we could maybe think of that as a new range.
Well, we've got it all going on here, and I think it's really nice to maybe step out of the kitchen, or when you're kind of going behind a bar. I think this really kind of captures it, and you can't help but stop and think about what it takes to get.
And we're with the setup of the farm, the fertilizers that we're using to grow these, we're able to use from our anaerobic digester, which is green fertilizer going back in the land. So it's a real, we talk about sustainable, but actually what we talk about is regenerative, because regenerative farming is actually going forward sustainable, slightly standing still. Mm-hmm. So we believe in the regenerative process, where actually we're improving all the time, not just trying to stand still.
Well, Andrew, delighted. I'm going to let you get on, but you're not getting off with what I've asked everybody today, and he will know what this is.
Go on then.
What time did you yoke this morning?
I was yoked just the back of 6.
Just the back of 6. I think the 6 o'clock mark for the kind of farming community is just, so I know when to call you now.
Yeah.
Thank
Every
you,
time.
Andrew. Thank you.
Great seeing you, Craig. Anytime.